हेलो गाइस, हेलो माय प्यारे बच्चों, प्यारे स्टूडेंट्स। हम आ गया। टुडे आई विल डिस्कस अबाउट द third part of gravitation, that is the free fall and also the acceleration due to gravity and its value, okay, and the relation with g and g, okay. So जो स्टूडेंट्स, जो बच्चों मेरा जो 2 वीडियो था वो नहीं देखा, वो ज़रूर देखना। उसको नहीं देखा तो ये 3rd वीडियो नहीं क्लियर होगा। मेरा आई बटन है, उसमें उसको क्लिक करो, हैं, वो अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व करो। देन द टोटल, आई एम श्योर द ग्रेविटेशन चैप्टर विल बी crystal clear after seeing all the video step by step. So let's start.
अगर तुम लोग नए हो तो सब्सक्राइब करो, वो जो लाल वाला बटन है उसके साथ स्कैम करो या फिर महफिल जमाओ, मुझे नहीं पता, बस क्लिक हो जाना चाहिए।
So now start. What is acceleration due to gravity and what is free fall? Free fall क्या होता है? See, you are dropping a stone or an object from the top of a building. The top of a building से एक stone we are dropping. This stone is, you are dropping a stone. Drop. Stone is dropped from the top of a building. What happens? What we see out here? The stone falls towards the earth, and at last it reach out here. Automatically falls. So during this falling, what type of force acting on it? Tell me. What type of force? Suppose a man jumping, there is a river out there, water out there. A man is jumping or just sliding backwardly, गिरता है यहाँ पर. So which force acting on that object, on that stone? And initially it is sure the initial velocity, that is u, equals to 0. No force is applied out here, just drop. हम यहाँ पर लेके छोड़ दो, छोड़ देने के बाद क्या होगा? ये गिरता है। इसमें इसी इनिशियल वेलोसिटी u equals to 0, क्लियर है ना? ओके। The what type of force acting out here? Tell me. First force, Earth continuously attracts the body or the stone or the whatever thing towards itself until and unless it touches the ground. The Earth continuously attacking itself. That means Earth exerts force. Earth is exerting a force. Continuous force is acting on it. Clear? And we may say that during falling, one extra force is also acting upon the stone. What is that? Tell me. Yes? Tell me. Who can tell me? This is the earth pulling. Gravity. Force of gravity. Okay? But one also force is acting on the body. What? Suppose body is coming down out here, from here, see here. Here nothing is there, but here also air. That is frictional force also acting on the body. Frictional force acting on the body. And that frictional force acts in which directions? It's much the opposite. That is the opposite direction. It is the force of gravity acting towards the earth, and resistance, air resistance, that is the frictional force. Which friction? Air friction. And frictional force resists. It resists to the velocity of the object which is coming down spontaneously. So this is the called the frictional force, that is air resistance is acting on the body. Two force is acting out here. In case of this, a man is falling down, the frictional force of air is resisting, and also the earth gravity due to the gravity of the earth, it is coming down. से कुछ टाइम के लिए इफ वी omit, सोचना बंद करो कि इसका जो एयर जो रेसिस्टेंस है, सपोज देयर इज नो एयर रेसिस्टेंस, दैट मीन्स बॉडी इज falling, only one force is acting out there, that is the force of gravity of earth. There is no air resistance force, no frictional force out there. This type of, when the body falls in that condition, that is there will be no air resistance, in that case it will be called the free fall. There is no resistance, no frictional force resist. It is free fall. Only the force acting on the body is force of gravity. Clear? So force of gravity is there. So what is free fall? What is the free fall? Then I am coming. And when an object is coming, is falling, his velocity is continuously changing. Why? Because force, suppose it is not that earth only one time exerts pressure, exerts gravity. No, it is continuously exerting the force. Earth is continuously exerting the force. इसमें थोड़ा फोर्स है, इसमें डिस्टेंस चेंज होगा तो फोर्स भी continuously is acting on the body. So it's as force is continuously being applied on a body, that means velocity also continually change. Here velocity is 0, velocity increasing. The velocity is changing means what? Velocity change means acceleration occurs. In that case, acceleration will be observed. Acceleration occurred. Velocity change means acceleration occurred. So in this case, free falling body, acceleration due to gravity. And this acceleration is known as, is termed as acceleration due to gravity. Gravity के लिए जो acceleration होता है किसका? वो बॉडी का ऑब्जेक्ट का, क्योंकि वो उसका वेलोसिटी टाइम का पास चेंज हो रहा है. द वेलोसिटी चेंज का मीन्स क्या है? पिछले चैप्टर में हमने बोला, तो उसको एक्सेलरेशन जरूर होगा. एंड दिस एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी इज नोन एज acceleration due to gravity. Clear? So what is free fall? What is the definition of free fall? What is the definition of free fall? So let's, from here we can define जो तुम्हारा लिखा है. What is the acceleration due to gravity and what is free? The free fall means, from this point, from this explanation, बच्चों भाई लोग, clear भाई लोग, तुम बोलो what is free fall? From the explanation, I think each and every students have the capability to tell the definition of free fall. Yes, correct. An object, all object falling towards the earth under the action of gravity, that is action of gravitational force of earth alone. No force is there, are said to be free fall. Clear? And as the acceleration produced in a body, in free fall due to gravitational force of earth on the body, so it is known as acceleration due to gravity, and it is denoted by small g. It is denoted by small g. Okay, small g, acceleration due to gravity. And acceleration due to gravity does not depends upon the mass. Does not depends upon the mass. We know. Okay. So now come to the, just find out the value of small g. Okay. How to find out? Small g, free fall, acceleration due to gravity हो गया. So what is the value of g? What you know? Suppose a body of mass m which is attracted by the earth at constant gravitational force. The mass and object is m. It is attracted by the earth, and which is the earth radius be r, attracted by earth. So, and that is the distance between the object and this is r, and force of, and in that case we know the value of g, capital G. In that case, force of attraction, what we know, F equals to G m by r square or small r square, whatever you know, r square. This is the radius of the earth, and it is the mass of the earth m, and is the mass of the object. And this mass of the object m, mass of the earth be capital M, and G we know universal gravitational constant. In that case, force of attraction between this body, earth, and this is known as F equals to G mm by r square. Okay? And again, if a constant force is applied, then acceleration is produced. In that case, according to law of Newton's second law, what do you know? F equals to ma or mg. F equals to, you also know, F equals to ma. Here, equals to, as acceleration due to gravity, it is known as mg. It is F equals to mg. So that is F. This is also F. So comparing this, we can find out mg equals to g m by r square. Clear? Or g equals to gm by r square. Clear? So in here we know what is the value of g. We know. Tell me what is the value of g. 6.7 into 10 to the power minus 11 into mass of the earth, you know, and radius of the earth you all know. So this is the 6.7 into 10 to the power minus 11, as we earlier found out the value of capital G, and it is the 6 into 10 to the power 24. It is 6 into 10 to the power 24. The mass of, this is the mass of earth, mass earth. R equals to radius of earth, radius earth. What is the radius of earth? What is the radius of earth? 6.4 into 10 to the power what? 10 to the power 6. Okay, radius of earth equals 6.4 into 10 to the power 6. This is the square. Okay, so calculating this, what we find out, it is 9.8. It is meter per second square. This is the value of G. Clear? So this is the value of small g. And what is the value of capital G? That is the 6.7 10 to the power minus 11. Clear? Newton meter square pi by kg square. You have learned earlier. And it is a small g 9.8 meter per second square. Second square. Clear? So value of G we have already find out. Here, what is the, now if we find the variation of G, this G, the value of G is do not depend upon the mass, but it depends upon what? See out here, variation of G, what is? मून में एक है जी को वैल्यू सभी प्लेस में सेम नहीं होगा. क्यों नहीं होगा? बोलो, बताओ. जी का वैल्यू नहीं होगा. व्हाट इज द वेरिएशन ऑफ जी? फॉर राइट द वेरिएशन ऑफ जी. वेरिएशन ऑफ जी. वेरिएशन ऑफ जी मतलब क्या होगा? Variation of G मतलब, that means as earth is not, what I told earlier, that is the equator and the pole, the earth is not the spherical, actual spherical shape. It is, but it is the egg shaped. That is not this shape. Somewhat this shape. This is length, this is small. What I know, this is the major axis, this is the pole, this is the equator. Okay, so you know equator, this is the pole. Now so radius of earth is not constant everywhere, but throughout is not constant. So R pole, this is the pole and this is the equator. This is the pole. Pole में distance थोड़ा कम है, equator में distance थोड़ा ज़्यादा है. Okay, this is you can write this way. So this is ज़्यादा, this is R equator. It is the R pole, radius of pole and radius of equator. Okay, तो radius of pole क्या होता है? Radius pole ज़्यादा होगा और radius of equator थोड़ा कम है, खूब. तो radius of equator and radius of pole, एक pole है, इस 6.3 क्या होता है? 6.357 होता है. 6.3 layer about this and a 6.381 81 বা 78 होता है. You can write also 78 से 80 होगा. This is this kilometer. This is the R equator and R pole. So this is थोड़ा ज़्यादा. So according to this, acceleration due to gravity to poles at poles GP, it is max, distance कम, तो acceleration due to gravity ज़्यादा होगा. तो GP acceleration due to gravity at poles, that is G acceleration due to gravity as G pole is maximum, and G equator minimum, that is यहाँ पर minimum होगा. As we come, that is जब change, that is the equator में और pole में, इसमें acceleration due to gravity ज़्यादा होगा, इसमें less होगा. Okay, and one thing you must remember, जब the distance, that is value of G differs, that is here decrease with height above the surface of the earth. Above the surface of the earth, जब height ऊपर में जाता है, height जाएगा up, that is value of G will be decreased, and value of G decrease with the height as we go down inside the earth. Go down inside the earth, value of G will be decreased. Okay, and above that, value of G also decrease. Above the surface of earth, and the down of earth. Okay, there is a decrease height as we go down. The value of G also decrease. It is also decrease. किसका वैल्यू? वैल्यू ऑफ G. G का वैल्यू सरफेस से जब ऊपर जाओ तो भी कमेगा, जब बटम में जाओ तो भी कमेगा. एंड वन थिंग, एट सेंटर, जो आते जब सेंटर में आओगे, एट सेंटर में G का वैल्यू कितना होगा? 0. G का वैल्यू 0 होगा. ओके, तो F इक्वल्स टू M है, mg, उसका बाद कोई फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन नहीं होगा. क्लियर? सो इट इज वेरी क्लियर. सेंटर में G का वैल्यू 0, सरफेस से ऊपर जाओगे तो कमेगा, सरफेस से बटम में जाओगे तो भी लेस होगा, घटता है. Clear? So now equation of motion, let's, so it is very important thing, the variation of G. G का वैल्यू सब हर जगह में समान नहीं होगा. पोल में एक है, इक्वेटर में एक होगा, सेंटर में एक होगा, 0 होगा. हाँ, it is very important. It does not depend upon also the mass, that is the distance. And what we know, जो होगा क्या, some of the things now we will discuss about the some equation of motion. Equation of motion what? Equation of motion, we have learned about that. Equation of motion, what we learned from the Newton's laws, equation of motion, so many equations we have got. Here also we have to know the equation of motions of, I have done the third part of the equation of motions of freely falling body. Equations of motions of freely falling body, okay? Equations of motions of free fall body, by freely falling body. What you know equations of motions from V equals to what? V equals to U plus what? Tell me, U plus AT. S equals to what? UT plus half AT square, we know. And V square minus U square, this is equals to twice as. What you learned from the equation of motions. So in case of equation of motions in free fall body, what will be the answer out here? Here just A will be changed. In this case, V equals to U plus GT. Here S equals to UT plus half GT square, and here V square minus U square equals to twice GS. Clear? This is the thing, nothing else. Where you know final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration, time. It is clear to in the equation of motions. Same things, the total path traversed by a body at initial velocity u after t second, जो कितना पथ वो जाएगा, s equal to 2 plus half t square. In this case, s equals to 2 plus half gt square. And one thing, here a equals to just g and s equals to h. Yes, that means here nobody can tell. Here only change will be s equal to h. H equals to ut plus half gt square. Clear? So this is the equation of free fall body. And note, very important thing. For free falling body, you must learn heavy important things. The free fall body, initial velocity for free fall body, initial velocity, free fall velocity, initial velocity u, कितना होगा? 10, 5, 11, minus 10, minus 2, what? That is 0. Body falling downwards. When a body falling downwards, when a body falling downwards, then what will happen? In that case, a body falling downwards. In that case, V will be increase or decrease. Body falling downwards, U0 but V decrease, yes? That means V will be decrease. That means in that case, G will be what? In that case, body falling downwards, V decrease. Increase. 0 से increase होता है. वाह 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 वाह, क्या बोला हैं दत्तो भाई लोग, भाई साहब, body falling downwards, V will increase, and in that case G will be what? Positive or negative? V will be, in that case G will be, G equals to positive, that is plus 9.8. Clear? That is the value of G will be positive. It is downwards. And if the body thrown upwards, I throw a body upwards, that means body upwards, falling to nahi, thrown, the thrown upwards. In that case, what will be the V? That is initial velocity से हमको छोड़ना है. So in that case, velocity आस्ते आस्ते frictional force है against gravity. So velocity will be decrease out here. And in that case, velocity decrease means उसका G क्या होगा? G will be negative. That is minus 9.8. It will be helpful during the calculation of numericals. Numerical calculation, it will very important. A body, I thrown a body upwards, certain velocity, then velocity will be decreased, and in that case, G will be negative, the value of G will be minus 9.8. And the time of ascent, always remember, in a free fall body, you must remember that this is very important, the time of ascent equals to time of descent. Time of descent. Time of ascent equals to time of descent. Remember it. And last thing, also I have discussed in the earlier video, the h, the distance traversed, h, distance traveled, distance covered, कितना distance गया, वो तो ये 4 है, ये 5 है. Distance covered, h always be directly proportional to the time to fall. That is the t square. जितना टाइम लगेगा उसका स्क्वायर हो जाएगा. तो h varies as t square. Clear? So this thing you have to remind. Note it down, jot it down, right? तब तो clear हम थोड़ा डिस्कस कर रहा है, ये जस्ट लास्ट पार्ट, मास एंड वेट, मास एंड वेट कंप्लीट हो जाएगा। ओके, तो लिख लो व्हाट इज मास एंड वेट। आई एम गिविंग जस्ट, ओके, लिख लो, हो गया। ओके, जस्ट आई एम, okay, the last discussions I am giving. Next day I'll discuss also density, buoyancy, flotation, agra something. Just one thing, mass and weight, very easy. I am discussing. Start. So what is mass, what is weight? मास एंड वेट क्या है? मास एंड वेट सेम है ना। 1 kg आलू ले आओ दुकान से, 1 किलो आलू, यहाँ से भी लाओ, मत जहाँ भी लाओ, 1 kg आलू का जो मास है, उसका जो वेट है, तुम्हारा जो वेट यहाँ पर है, तुम्हारा जो वेट चांद पर भी जाओ, तो सेंटर में जाओ, तो इक्वेटर में जाओ, ये डस्टर का मास क्या होगा, इसका वेट क्या होगा, व्हाट इज मास, व्हाट इज वेट, यू शुड हैव टू नो। मास इज नथिंग, mass means that is the pain. Mass क्या है? That is the constraint. It is the constraint of the body is the mass, in which it is made. The constraint part within the body is the mass. It never be changed. अमेरिका भी ले जाओ, लंदन में ले जाओ, जहाँ भी ले जाओ, ट्रेन में ले जाओ, बस में जाओ, कार से जाओ, पैदल में जाओ, इसका मास वही रहेगा जहाँ भी जाओगे। नहीं अमेरिका ले जाओगे कि ये कि डस्टर को पेन हो जाएगा, होगा क्या? ले होगा। तो मास कैन नॉट बी चेंज, मास रिमेन्स थिंग, बट वेट थोड़ा चेंज होगा। दैट इज द क्वांटिटी ऑफ मैटर contained in it is known as mass. If you write, yes, this is the system. I am writing mass and weight. Just I want this. Who can tell me what is this? The mass is the quantity of matter. It is the quantity. I am not writing the quantity of matter contained in it. It is the force with which the body is attracted. The force with which the body is attracted towards the center of earth is known as weight. It is the force with which it is attracted, which I am sort of attracted by earth, by earth. Clear? It's a force of attraction. And SI unit is what? SI unit is kg, kilogram. इसका यूनिट क्या है? As it is a force, unit of force क्या है? Newton. Yeah, it is the Newton. It is the SI unit की kg. It is SI unit is Newton. Mass is constant. Mass is constant. That is cannot be changed. It can never be zero. Mass cannot be, it is constant and can never be equals to zero. But weight W is what? You know from the yesterday's chapter, W equals to key M into G, mass into G. It depends upon G. Mass cannot be zero. If G changes, W changes. If G zero, W zero. So it is not constant. W changes from place to place. तुम्हारा वजन यहाँ पर 1 है, इक्वेटर में जाओ अलग होगा, चंद्रों में जाओ अलग होगा। क्यों होगा? जिसमें जी चेंज होगा उसमें वेट चेंज होगा। क्लियर? नेक्स्ट, सो 4 क्या है? अर्धक है जब मास measured by common balance. It is common balance, and it is measured by spring balance. It is measured by spring balance. Spring balance में you can measure it, spring balance. Okay, so weight of the body on moon, we also discussed later, the weight and mass of the body on earth and moon are same, but weight of the body on moon क्या होगा? 1/6 of weight of the body on earth. 1/6 of weight of earth. Clear? So weight of moon, remind it, equals to 1/6 weight of earth. उसमें तुम्हारा weight यहाँ पर 30 kg, वहाँ पर कितना होगा? 5 kg. Clear? So here I draw my ends. I sure the chapters is crystal clear to you. I hope you will be very sure. You will be very acquire strength enough of this chapter gravitations till what I discussed. And next I will discuss about the thrust and pressure, buoyancy, buoyant force, factors, density and relative density, then Archimedes principle and khatam. Clear? But here I draw my ends. Thank you. Good night.